Okay. I think where I left off, I was fixing up the linear regression model. Um, Let me just check if I'm audible. All right, sounds good. All right, so I think the problem was the fact that I was using columns that weren't necessary. So I did filter it out, and I've been looking into the code I used for one of my machine learning courses, and I also used train test split here. I think it makes the training better, so I'm going to use that. We do need to import it. Okay, so I'm going to use train test split, and I'm going to end up using x train and y train. Okay, so y predicted would be, oh, I can directly just print out the score. Let's do that. Last deployment. Okay. All right, so giving me 24. I'm kind of confused now. I don't understand why. What's going on here? Let me try. This is not good. Okay, the score here is 1, which means it's at 100%. So I think something's going wrong here. It's being separated, I can tell that. Wonder what I got here. Come on, load up. Here it was R score. Man, you can't be working with something that has like 36% accuracy. Oh, don't tell me I chose the wrong data set. No, I think I did choose the right data set. All right, we'll just pre-process it a little bit. What's standing accuracy here? 38. What is this mean squared error? That's not bad. All right, for now, I think we'll just go with this. Like, it doesn't really matter about the model. I can always sit here and debate about the model, but that's not really what I'm trying to go for here. I'm trying to go for the application and deployment. Okay. We'll leave this for now. What was it here? And yeah, I got a pickle file it. Right, so jobler dump lr, comma, linear regression model pickle. LR is not defined, right? I called it LR underscore model here. Okay, so I have the pickle file, contains the train model. I'm just gonna fix up the Flask app now. Okay, so we need to import pandas from aspd, import numpy as np, import sklearn, and then from Flask import Flask, and then render template and request. Okay, we make the Flask app, set the root, then we render the home HTML. Render template, and then home.html. Okay, and then we make another route for the get request. App.route predict. So we'll set that route to predict. Methods, either get or post. Call the method predict. Request that method. So check if it's a post request. And then let's see, so in our model, we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 variables. So we'll print all the 4 variables. Get, and then first one is alcohol. Second one is volatile acidity. Sulfates. Total sulfur dioxide. Okay. Now we'll introduce a try catch block. So we're going to save the variables. Let me check how I'm using predict here. How are they using prediction here? It's a, I think it, yeah, it's a numpy array. Okay, well, okay, that's fine. Alcohol, cool. All right, so we save the variables. Now create an array. Predict arguments. So it'll be an array of alcohol, volatility, sulfates, and total, yeah, dioxide. Convert this into a NumPy array. Reshape. They reshape it, but I don't think I need to reshape it. I'll open up the model using, or just reading the model. Open. So I need to let in joblib here. Forgot to import joblib. Okay, so using joblib, I can load in the model. So we'll predict it after loading it in. Linear regression model predict. Pass in prediction arg. Rounding it. Right, because it's a float. All right. Just in case we do have to capture errors. Okay, and then once this is done, we will return a new HTML page to display the output. So return render template predict.html prediction is equal to model predict. All right, let's check if this loads. Export flask _app is equal to flask app.py _lr. Now flask run. All right, let's check. Internal error. All right, so I forgot to finish up the HTML files. Got to do that. Next up, HTML. All right, home.html. Prediction using Flask. H1 tag. Inside that div. Set the style equal to text align center. And then font color, what the heck? On style, center, and it closes the tag. And then we set the font color outside, okay. Font color blue. And then inside this, prediction from regression. Okay, this div has to be out here. Ah, I hate this autofill. So I don't really have the CSS for this, so I don't know how it's gonna look, but it's fine. Trying to speed run through this. Method, and then we'll set it to post. Action, we want to send it to predict. Label for alcohol. Make sure the spelling is exact. So we'll label it alcohol. The input type is text. Name is alcohol. And then end the div there. Okay, and then another div. All right, so we just have to copy and paste this until then we have like 4 times. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this one will be velocity. Next sulfates. And total sulfur dioxide. What's going on here? probably because, oh, home.html, it's right here. Okay, so I guess I have to create a folder called templates. And then move this inside. Now, solid. I mean, it looks very ugly, but I don't really care. That's not the point of this. I could always add CSS to make it look pretty later. I'm not trying to practice CSS here. Okay, next I need to finish the prediction page. What did I call it? Predict.html. Predict.html, HTML. Title, we'll call it prediction by. Let's just use the same thing using Flask. Oh wait, predictions. Yeah, sure, whatever. Prediction using Flask. Body h1 div specify style text align enter font color blue. You can set this to anything you want. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Prediction results. HR tag. Another div class. Set it to card text enter. So all of these classes is just, it's used for CSS, but I'm not really using CSS here. But I mean, it is future proofing. CEM, just margin, set it to 0, and 0 auto. Okay. Div, another, set the class to card body. Class card text. H1 tag. Font, set the color to blue. And we'll print the result as prediction, which is passed in from the Flask app. Okay, so let's just take a value from here. Oh, this looks very painful to read. Okay, so what do we need? We need alcohol, 8.8. Volatility, 0.27. Sulfates is 0.45. Total sulfate. One, two, three, four, five. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1.001. I don't even have a submit button. That's awkward. Outside this div input submit. Submit. Do I have to deploy again? Okay, there we go. Okay, sort of works. No, I need the values again. I know this was 1.001, I believe. Sulfates. 0.45. 0.27. Alcohol 8.8. Oh, that's not good. I can see the values here being printed. I'm printing request form.get. These values. And I try to what is this here? Array. What if I just use .get? It doesn't matter. Hello. Hello. Okay. I think now the volume's working. All right, midstream I realized something was wrong with my microphone, so that kind of sucks. Got 40 minutes of the stream going and there was no audio. Oh well. You could use your imagination, I guess. I do have to figure out these stuff. It's my first time streaming, so errors do happen. Okay, going back, I think I'm debugging this right now. All right, so I need to figure out how to pass in the input for this. That's what I was doing. I'm reading the textbook. So here, they train it just using one array. I could try that. But I wonder if this is going to give me an error. Yeah, it is. It has to be an array of arrays. Or, no, I can't. And still accuracy sucks. At least now quality is like, what? Not an array of an array. Submit 5, right? It's because I have it hard coded right now. Oh wait, but does it give an error? I don't console output anything. Okay, let's try. I'm commenting this. Rerunning the Flask App. Oh shoot, I should not have reloaded. No, thankfully it saves. Same error. What if I don't round it here? Yeah, this is annoying. Something's going wrong right here. Try this. Boom, boom, boom. Submit. What is going on here? ST, is it STR? Okay, expected 2D array, got 1D array instead. Either reshape your data. Okay, I needed to reshape it. So I think the same thing happens over here. Right, so we'll try this on the inside. And then model prediction. Wait, oh, before we do all this, we need to reshape the array. reshape 1, -1. I guess we're basically turning like a row and a column into a row or something like that. A vector form probably. Okay, let me try this. Okay, cool. Now it's working. So 5.14 is the prediction result. Who knows what the accuracy is, but I guess that's not really the point of this. We see that we do get a prediction result from inputting these inputs into the model. And this whole thing is it's deployed on Flask using HTML. So HTML fetches the pickle file, runs the pickle file, and outputs the result. And ideally, what you could do is containerize this whole application and put it onto the cloud and basically serve your model to anyone over the internet. That's kind of what we did in one of our projects this semester. I'm going to display it real quick. Let me pull up the URL. So we did the same thing. Instead of using, we kind of separated the HTML and the Flask app a little bit. So this is our end product. It's an abstractive text summarizer. The website's built using React.js, and it sends a post request to a container, which is on Google Cloud. So whenever it gets that request, it starts up the container on the server, and it's totally scalable. So since it does have a cold start, it takes like a minute to get the request and get the container running. After that, it takes a few seconds to process the input and send back the response. And once we get the response, we'll display it out here. But I think it's super slow because we do have to pay for the service, and we didn't really want to get the high-end services. So since it's just one of our projects for college, we chose services which were free, if not very cheap to manage. It's fully scalable, and I think we could have optimized the memory utilization and stuff like that, but this is the basic idea, deployment of ML model. That's what we did here as well. So finishing up today, I will be writing goals for tomorrow. So deploy a linear regression model using Streamlit. So we'll be developing a web application using Streamlit. I'm assuming we will be. Let me check. It should be here. Streamlit, okay. Yeah, so basically create UI using Streamlit. We're going to be using the same linear regression model, so we're not going to be coding our linear regression model. We will be instead writing the code for Streamlit. So deploy the model REST service using Streamlit, of course. So I think Streamlit's built on Python. I do have to read this section. I haven't read it yet. So I'm going to be reading this. Read. Okay, cool. Those are the goals for two. Okay, and you can see here the output comes in like this. So it's a very minimalistic site. I think we didn't really focus on the front end. Most of the work went into back end, training the model. But yeah, that's it for this stream. I'm glad I got this done. I'll be back tomorrow with Streamlit. All right, see you guys.